famous Hollywood actors in the world, but his life story is far deeper than the fame, glamour, and blockbuster hits. This is the story of a man who has endured more tragedy and heartbreak than most people could imagine, yet continues to live with grace, humility, and resilience. His journey reminds us that even in the brightest spotlight, life can be dark, and even in the darkest moments, there is strength to be found. Keanu Charles Reeves was born on September 2, 1964, in Beirut, Lebanon. His early life was tumultuous. His father, Samuel Nolan Reeves Jr., was often absent, struggling with personal demons and addiction. By the time Keanu was a child, his family moved frequently, settling briefly in Sydney, Australia, before ultimately relocating to Toronto, Canada. This constant movement made stability a rare commodity and taught young Keanu to adapt quickly, to observe, and to survive in new and unfamiliar environments. He learned early that the world does not pause for anyone, and that resilience must be cultivated from within. Education was a challenge for Keanu. He struggled with dyslexia, which made traditional learning environments difficult and sometimes humiliating. Teachers often did not understand him and dismissed his potential. Yet, Keanu found solace and expression in performance. Acting became not just a career path, but a lifeline, a way to communicate the emotions he found difficult to articulate with words. Stage productions and small TV roles in Canada gave him the first taste of purpose and direction in a life that often felt unsteady. In the early 1980s, Keanu began pursuing acting in earnest. His first appearances were in Canadian television shows and low-budget films, modest beginnings that required perseverance and patience. 1984 marked his first feature film role, a stepping stone that hinted at the journey ahead. Every rejection and every small success built the foundation for his later achievements. Keanu's story is not one of instant stardom. It is one of careful, consistent work over decades. By 1986, Keanu had moved to Los Angeles to seriously pursue a Hollywood career. It was not an immediate success. He faced typecasting, skepticism, and criticism. Many casting directors labeled him as too quiet, too introspective, or too different. But Keanu persevered. He auditioned relentlessly, taking small roles and continuing to refine his craft, learning from every experience and from every setback. His first major breakthrough came in 1989, with the release of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure on February 17, 1989. The film was a cultural phenomenon and introduced the world to Keanu's unique charm and comedic timing. Suddenly, he had fame, but it did not change who he was. Keanu remained grounded, cautious, and committed to his craft rather than the trappings of stardom. He understood that the spotlight was fleeting, but character endured. Throughout the 1990s, Keanu's career trajectory soared. Films like Point Break, July 12, 1991, and Speed, June 10, 1994, established him as an action star, known for his physical dedication and authenticity on screen. The world saw a fearless, charismatic performer. But behind the camera, Keanu remained quietly humble. He eschewed extravagance and stayed true to his values, earning a reputation as one of the kindest and most respectful actors in Hollywood. The year 1999 was transformative for Keanu with the release of The Matrix on March 31. He became Neo, the icon of resistance, awakening, and philosophical depth in action cinema. The franchise earned hundreds of millions, solidifying his status as a global superstar. Yet, even as he was lauded and celebrated worldwide, Keanu faced profound personal tragedy. On December 24, 1999, His partner Jennifer Syme gave birth to their daughter, Ava Archer Syme Reeves, who was stillborn. The loss devastated Keanu and Jennifer, shattering what they had hoped would be the joy of family. Their relationship could not withstand the grief, and they separated shortly thereafter. Just over a year later, on April 2, 2001, Jennifer Syme died tragically in a car accident in Los Angeles. Keanu lost both his child and the woman he loved, an unimaginable pain that he carried silently, without public dramatics or pleas for sympathy. During these years, Keanu withdrew from the limelight. He rarely gave interviews, choosing instead to grieve privately and reflect on life's fragility. Friends and colleagues describe him as quiet, introspective, and deeply thoughtful, a man who understood the transient nature of existence and the importance of treating others with kindness. These qualities would later define his public persona as much as his acting skills. Despite personal grief, Keanu continued his professional journey. Between 2003 and 2004, The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions were released. He made headlines not for his performance alone, but for his extraordinary generosity. Keanu reportedly gave away tens of millions of dollars from his earnings to the costume and special effects teams of the films, a rare act of selflessness in an industry often criticized for greed and ego. He believed in sharing success, not hoarding it. Keanu's reputation as a genuinely good person grew. He took public transportation, rode the subway in New York City, and treated everyone he met with respect and courtesy, from studio executives to janitors on film sets. Stories circulated of him stopping to help strangers, giving up his seat, or quietly assisting those in need. This behavior, often unnoticed by the media, became part of the legend of Keanu Reeves, the actor who remained human in an inhumanly competitive industry. In the late 2000s, Keanu's career slowed, with fewer leading roles coming his way. Hollywood's attention shifted to younger actors and new franchises. Many assumed Keanu's time had passed, but he did not chase fame or relevance. Instead, he focused on craft, discipline, and personal integrity, continuing to choose roles that resonated with him and projects that allowed him to explore meaningful storytelling. Everything changed in 2014 with the release of John Wick on October 24. The film's success was both a professional revival and a cultural phenomenon. Keanu's portrayal of the grieving, precise, and unstoppable assassin resonated with audiences worldwide. John Wick mirrored his own life in some ways, haunted by loss, driven by purpose, and executing every action with meticulous dedication. Keanu's commitment to authenticity was evident in the physical preparation he underwent for the role. Martial arts training, firearms instruction, tactical movement, and stunt work. He did not take shortcuts, exemplifying a professional rigor rarely seen in Hollywood. The success of John Wick revitalized his career. Sequels followed in 2017, 2019, and 2023, each more ambitious than the last. With every installment, Keanu Reeves' popularity grew among old fans and a new generation. Social media, fan conventions, and press tours highlighted his unique combination of skill, humility, and humanity. He became not only an action icon, but a symbol of what it means to remain grounded amid fame and wealth. Outside of acting, Keanu has remained private, intentionally avoiding social media and self-promotion. He has never married and does not have children. His life, while public in certain respects, is deeply personal. He cherishes literature, motorcycles, travel, and quiet contemplation. He values meaningful conversation over small talk and depth over superficiality. In interviews, he speaks with honesty about mortality, grief, and the fleeting nature of life. His words carry the weight of lived experience. On one occasion, he said, "The ones who love us will miss us." A simple statement that reflects his understanding of loss, connection, and human fragility. Keanu Reeves' journey teaches lessons about resilience, integrity, and the quiet power of compassion. His life exemplifies that success is not only measured in awards or money, but in character, kindness, and the ability to endure hardship with dignity. From a difficult childhood to career highs, from personal tragedy to professional triumphs, Keanu has lived a life that demonstrates perseverance, humility, and humanity. His story is a reminder that even in a world obsessed with fame, fortune, and spectacle, there is value in simplicity, empathy, and groundedness. Keanu Reeves is not only one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, he is a role model in resilience, a testament to the power of quiet strength, and a living example of the fact that life, no matter how harsh, can be faced with grace. From his early days in Beirut and Toronto to the international acclaim of The Matrix and John Wick, Keanu Reeves' life is a journey of persistent courage, unwavering integrity, and profound humanity. He has faced grief that would crush many, yet he continues to contribute positively to the world, inspiring countless fans and colleagues alike. His story is not only about fame, it is about perseverance, compassion, and the strength to continue walking forward, even when the path is uncertain. Keanu Reeves continues to inspire not by seeking attention, but by living authentically, valuing human connection, and maintaining dignity amid the chaos of life. He demonstrates that loss does not define us, fame does not corrupt us, and quiet determination can outshine the loudest voices. His journey reminds us to remain humble, compassionate, and resilient in our own lives. Each chapter of his life, from his early days of instability and hardship to the dazzling heights of Hollywood stardom, shows a man committed to living with integrity, regardless of the trials he faces. As of 2024, Keanu Reeves stands as a living testament to what it means to be human in a world obsessed with perfection. His life story, rich with triumphs and tragedies, encourages all of us to persevere, to remain kind, and to find strength in vulnerability. Every experience, whether it be personal loss, career obstacles, or moments of quiet introspection, has shaped a man whose influence extends beyond the screen. He embodies resilience that is not loud or boastful, but quiet, steadfast, and enduring. His early life in Beirut and Toronto taught him adaptability and patience. Moving from city to city, enduring the absence of a stable father figure, and navigating the challenges of dyslexia, gave him an inner fortitude that would define his approach to both life and career. He learned to observe the world carefully, to read people, and to connect through empathy, understanding that human connection is a far greater measure of life's worth than fame or wealth. Throughout the 1980s, Keanu honed his craft, taking small roles and learning from every opportunity. His journey through the film industry was gradual, built on determination, discipline, and persistence. Even as Hollywood offered fleeting recognition, he remained committed to his principles, refusing to compromise his values or integrity for short-term gain. This unwavering dedication to authenticity has inspired generations of actors and fans alike. The late 1980s and early 1990s brought Keanu Reeves to wider attention. With the release of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure in 1989, followed by Point Break in 1991, and Speed in 1994, he became a household name. Yet, despite the allure of fame, he remained grounded, demonstrating that personal character matters more than public accolades. Keanu's approach to his career has always been thoughtful and intentional, choosing roles that resonate with him personally and contribute meaningfully to storytelling. The monumental success of The Matrix in 1999 elevated Keanu Reeves to a global icon. His portrayal of Neo redefined action cinema and brought philosophical depth to the genre. Simultaneously, personal tragedy struck with the stillbirth of his daughter Alva and the subsequent death of his partner Jennifer Syme. These profound losses endured an